Hello, Vault 106. Hi, hello. Sorry for the long ass intro. Uh, I had a lot to get ready. I just decided I was going live and then just went live. So, I had a lot to do. But hi, welcome. We're going to get back into some Metro today. I've been looking forward to this since last week. So, I guess I'm just going to get into it. See where we at. Oh, it's loud. So loud. Ooh, okay, alright. Jesus. Let's do this. Oh, God. Mm.
When we emerged into the ruins
Okay.
of Moscow,
I
I
almost
felt both
skipped that.
fear and sorrow. But after life underground, I also saw strange beauty in the dark skies and frozen landscape. So that's the dead city, granted Bourbon. Welcome home, Artyom.
Okay. Oh, shit. Oh. Don't remember what I was doing. Or where I'm at. Oh, right. It's on the map this time. Okay, I gotta go this way. Oh, God, that's so eerie. Can't go that way, so... Ooh. Who's shooting? I'm immediately scared. Oh, I still can't go this way. Is my map still... No. What did it go this way? Oh, in here. Isn't that not just where I was? Oh, what the fuck? What is happening? Ooh, didn't like that. Did not like that. I wish I could put this over here. Ooh. Also don't like that. Jesus. Hate that fucking sound. Oh my god. Am I... Is that all I have? Okay, not that. Just make sure everything is fucking reloaded. Oh, I'm terrified. Turning that the fuck off. Oh, fuck that thing. Is it gonna go away? Oh, or do they see me? Do they see me? They probably see me, huh? Oh, yeah, they're coming in. Oh, here they come. I'm so nervous! They're dead. Ooh! Ooh! Well, I guess I can have my light on now. Oh. Do I need my gas mask on right now? Yep. Sure do. Okay, fine. Is that everybody? No. Let's get this gun out. Jesus Christ. I guess I gotta go this way, huh? Oh! What is this? Why was this like... It looked like that was flashing. Maybe it's just because of flashlight. What is that fucking noise? Now how am I supposed to get across this shit? I know they don't want me to jump over there. Where do they want me to go? This way. And then fucking where? Oh. Okay. Get up there, Artyom. No? Oh, nope, not too far down. Is this not where I'm supposed to go? It is. So. Oh, is there like a wall? Oh. Oh, whoops. Okay. I don't think that's where I was supposed to go. I feel like... Wait. Can I get there through there? Oh, God, if I don't stop fucking shooting when I don't mean to. It's scaring me. Yes, please. Give me... Is this one not less damage? Okay, let's not linger. Ooh, no. Fuck you. Fuck off. You are not grabbing me. Ooh. Is there no F5 in this? Guess not. Fuck. I don't think it's gonna fuck off. Oh, I made it mad. You're not about to lure my ass out. You can be pissed off. I'm not coming out. Ooh, fuck. I need to reload. Oh, fuck. Bad time to reload. Whoops. Thought I had done that already. Apparently I had not. I've only got one of these fuckers left. Where you at? You at, bitch. Ooh. Oh, there you are. Why are you taking swipes at me? Am I hurting that bad? Was I not supposed to take this thing on? It was in my way. Uh oh. Fuck, and then I got a knife out. I didn't mean to do that. Oh, hang on. Oh, I'm gonna fucking die here. I'm running. It's gonna grab me. No, I can't. I can't do that. It's gonna fucking grab me. I need it to die. Where the fuck did this thing go? Ooh. Oh my god. Why do I have to deal with that shit? Shotgun from here on out, I guess. Got anything for me? Got a mask? Nothing. Okay, so where do I go now? Ooh. Do I have to go under there? Guess I do. Fuck. None of y'all had masks? Is that it down here? Okay, well how do I get up here though? It's not gonna let me fucking jump up there. Oh my god. Oh, wait. Is that where I just came from? It is. Oh. I got a notification on my phone and I was like, fucking what? But now oh. It wants me to go that way, right? Oh, wait, this way. Oh. We're gonna disarm this. If we can. Ooh. I can't put that out. Watch what I step on. Hey Juju. I don't know about easy. I don't know if I would say easy. What? What? You can press any key to continue. What? I'm confused as to what just happened. What am I? Can I, thank you. Ooh, guess I don't really want to go through here for too long. I have nothing to heal myself with. Oh, and I have to go back down here. Great. Oh, no, that's where I came from. Is this not where I came from? Yeah, did I not? Did I just go backwards? You know what? Yep, okay. Let's check the map. Oh, you know what? Oh, that's the wall. Okay. Nope. Yep, that's what I wanted. Jesus. This is what I mean when I say it's not easy. I'm in my own way. Okay. I think that's good. God damn it. Put it up. Now stop turning the light off. Okay. So am I going the right way? Yes. Can't go through there. Gotta fucking tough this shit out. Ooh. Whoops. I was trying to hit E and I hit F. Checking the skies every so often. Am I still going the right direction? This way. I see you, bitch. What was that noise? Oh! Hey! What's up?
You scared the shit out of me.
You scared the shit out of me!
But you made it. I thought you were a goner.
Yeah, me too.
Well done. We're almost there. Just one more shot left.
Can't take that mask. Okay, guess not. Wait, where'd he go? Oh. Go.
Stop. There's the bitch.
Where? Oh. Where'd you go? Oh. Thought I missed?
Let's get moving along.
Okay. Hurry before it fucking comes back.
Shit! Can you hear us?
Yeah, that's probably my bad.
Let's fall back a bit.
You gotta tell me like. Oh, I had to in there. Whoops. Ooh. Oh shit. Fuck, I hate him. Ooh, I hate when they stand up like that. Why do they do that? Oh, I guess because they're yelling. I hate it though. Ooh, fuck. Listen, I don't have first aid on me, so y'all gotta stop hitting me. Oh my god, there's so many. Do I have fucking... Reload, stupid! Get the fuck off of me. Well, that's gone. Oh my god, stop hitting me. Ooh, fuck you. Come on. The fuck in here. Oh. Am I dead? That should have killed me. That should
As
have
we
killed
went
me.
underground, it struck me that my city was now a foreign and hostile place. I felt safe here, in the darkness of the metro, more so when Bourbon claimed to have friends at Dry Station.
Where are we fucking headed on this map? I don't even fucking know where we're, like, where we're going. So I don't know how long it's gonna take me to get there.
The bandits control this station. We need to move quietly and take a look around. If we don't see my friends, we get the hell out of here.
Okay.
I remember this crate. Let's just...
Why is your flashlight on, dude?
Shit, I can't fit. Okay, you just stay here. First in, we're good.
No,
Hold
we're
it!
not.
Who are you? Hey, give me some light. Oh, ha, ha. Who do we have here? It's Bourbon the Huckster.
Look who's talking. Take me to your boss. I have business with him.
The boss? But of course! Then to the boss it is! Where else would you like to go, huh?
Okay,
Things
that's
are not
enough.
looking too good for him.
Or else we'll have to drag him.
Move it. We'll finish this later.
Move it!
That one guy was like, listen, I'm not trying to do extra work.
See if he's forgetting something. I don't see his stuff around.
Okay,
Yeah.
I see. Thank you. Oh, hey, look. I have a backpack now.
Yeah, there's nothing but the rats here.
Okay, let's go then.
Got to be careful.
Ooh, I have got to take my finger off the trigger because I will accidentally. You know what? Let's get a knife out. How about that? Yeah, let's do that. Now, what am I supposed to do? Does it come with a talking map? I wish. Well, maybe not right now because I gotta be quiet, but. Ooh, wait. Is this his good gun? Is this his good gun? Or is it the same thing I had? I don't fucking know. Ooh, what's this back here? Oh, I think this is the good gun. Maybe? I don't fucking know. All I know is I gotta find some way out of here, and I don't know. Ooh, I guess it's this way. Fuck me. Now where the fuck do I go? I am so scared because I don't know where to go. What I could do. Oh, I gotta go this way. Oh, there's someone there. How have they not seen me? Ooh, that scared me.
Are you sleeping or what?
Ooh, I got more dynamite. Okay, see. How am I supposed to get over there without alerting anybody? Because the person's aimed this way.
You owe me 2 clips.
Ooh, and how is nobody seeing me that way either? Oh, I'm in the light. Fuck. I backed into the fucking light. Whoops. Ooh, there's a grenade. There was a grenade. I had to run. Where the fuck is everybody? Oh, here we go. Ooh, what the fuck? Holy shit. Do I still don't have...
You son of a bitch!
I would rather not.
Ooh.
Oh, grenade? No thank you. No thank you. Ooh. Back to my box. I gotta stop taking shots. I need health. Nobody has any health. Really? None of you? fuckers. Your fucking grenades. I see people moving in the dark. Can y'all stop breaking the thing so I can see where to shoot? Ooh, I see somebody up there. Oh, I see a bunch of people. Okay, I got that guy. Don't do that. Trying to let them come to me. What are these things? Oh. Alright, where'd you assholes go? More things to loot. Nope. Oh, fuck. Let's not trip that.
Die, bastard!
Where are you? Oh, there you are.
Flank him!
Crouch.
Take this!
Where you at?
Hands up!
Where are you? I'm like
Here, it's a
I'm like
line, you son of a
hunkering
bitch!
down. Like it's gonna fucking help me. Like ducking with Artyom.
You're finished, flanker! We've got visitors! We've got a придурок here! I'll kill you!
So I want to pick up. Oh,
It's a lead, you
someone behind me or something? Oh. Where is? Okay, here we go. I got one. Am I taking shots from somewhere? I'm about to die. 'Cause I can't see who's shooting me. What the fuck? God damn it. Alright. Let's try this again. Are you fucking serious? This is the last fucking checkpoint? Oh, wait. No, I want that. Okay. Yeah. This is what I want. Okay. I can't see shit. Where the fuck am I? Oh. Go in? Thank you. Wait, is that like a better shotgun or something? Ooh. Ooh, I think it is. Maybe not shotgun, but maybe? I don't fucking know. All I know is it looks cooler than what I had. Oh, wait. I should conserve some of this ammo, huh? Alright, let's see how quiet I can stay this time, and maybe not back into the fucking guard on duty. Oh, I see. That's where I backed into.
Go, go, go!
Where are you telling to go?
Go, go, go! Did you see?
Shit, oh, shit, look, they see me. Ooh, what the fuck was that? I didn't even see what that was. What is happening? Oh my god. I'm gonna get stuck here. Sorry, my eyes are watering a little. Well, this one's watering a lot. And I need it to chill. Alright, this is stressing me. Let's try this again. Yes, I know using my headlet makes me
No
nervous.
one. A mouse or rat or something. Who knows? It might just be wind or the earth just shifted.
Okay. Okay.
I'm gonna roast ya!
Try this again. Sure do wish there was like a quick save.
Oh, come on, my precious!
I like how I can just steal from around the corner like this. That's nice. I kind of want to just go loud. I don't think I can save, can I? I don't think there's a quick save. Oh, mask off. You're right. You're right. But, yeah, I don't think there's any quick saving.
Go, go!
Unfortunately.
That's a
Oh,
rotten
ooh,
luck.
ooh, ooh, ooh. I just realized I was in the light.
Go, go, go!
Yeah, it's checkpoints. See, that guy's gonna see me. There's a fucking trap here.
Look, my money's running around! So,
That's a
roll my
rotten luck.
clip over.
Maybe I should go this way. I'm trying to do this very
Oh,
slowly.
come on, my precious!
I'm trying to figure out when this person comes by.
Oh, come on, my precious! So,
That's a
roll
Oh,
my
he's
clip
coming.
over.
Ooh, I didn't know he got. Ooh, ooh, shit.
Oh, come on, my precious!
What the fuck?
That's a rotten luck.
Also, that guy's a dumbass if he did not see me. Holy shit. He scared the fuck out of me, though.
I'm gonna roast ya.
Okay, so that's out. Safe right here for now. You know what? Knife. Knife is better for stealth.
Oh, that's how it's done.
Come pat back around, you fucker. So I can kill you in the darkness.
Are you sleeping or what?
Ah, shit. Failed again.
Where is this motherfucker?
I'm gonna roast ya. So, hand my clip over. Oh, that's how it's done.
Is he not coming back? I know the second I step in there, he's gonna be right there and it's gonna go loud. I just know it. Like, that's what's gonna happen.
Come on!
Where the
You owe me 2 clips.
is he?
Go, go, go! Go, go, go!
Oh, that's some rotten luck.
Oh yeah. I do want that. I'm like afraid to break my stealth.
Are you sleeping or what?
I gotta go somewhere. I guess I'm going this way. If I can make it. The fuck was that I just picked up? Ooh, what am I on? Why was I up so high?
Oh, that's how it's done. You owe me 2 clips. Look, my money's running around. Ah, shit. Failed again.
I know there's a guy that's walking around here, and I'm trying to kill him first, but maybe he stopped?
Go, go!
I don't know.
Ah, shit. Failed again.
Well, I gotta make a decision.
Are you sleeping or what?
Ah, shit. Failed again.
Ooh, can't believe that worked. Is there a guy like right there? Oh no, that's just the shadow of the lamp. Ooh,
Gonna roast ya.
I am a little on edge.
Oh, that's some rotten luck.
Taking everything that's not nailed down.
Oh, come on, my precious.
How the fuck am I supposed to sneak?
What?
Past the rest of these people.
Haha, I'm gonna roast ya. Oh, that's how it's done.
Sneak is easy. That's easy for you to say. I'm not good at sneaking. As evidenced by the fact that I just stepped on this fucking wood.
You owe me 2 clips. What?
Ooh. Didn't mean to do that. So glad it wasn't a gun. Oh, I hear someone burping.
Go, go, go!
Ah, shit. Failed again. Haha, I'm gonna roast ya.
Oh, there's a guy right there. How the fuck? There is no fucking way. Ooh.
Oh, come on, my precious.
Doing some practice. Okay.
Yeah.
Listen. I might just have to go loud.
What?
I know I've made it this far. Easy peasy.
Ah, shit. Failed again.
So I'm gonna do something that's probably not smart, and if I have to start over, I apologize.
That's a rotten luck.
But I want to try to take as much of them out as I can. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's how it's done.
Wonder how far this will throw. Hopefully far enough. I don't know how to do this. I guess I just click on it. Damn, they came immediately.
I'll go around him.
Immediately!
Left. Don't.
Oh. Can you quit running around on me? Ooh, that was...
Reload.
Got him. That was kind of cool. Oh, whoops. I keep doing that. Fucking kill that dude. How is he still alive? The fuck? I thought that held 6. Does it not? I guess I can't read. Alright, where the fuck is everybody else?
I'll kill you.
Will you? I mean, you might. Ooh. Yeah, you really might. With that. Ooh. I don't want that. I could use that fucking helmet, though.
I'll stay here. Move. I'll kill you.
Ooh. Is that another trap? Oh. Glass. Oh, that was a filter. Whoops.
You're finished, Viker.
What'd you call me?
Here, bitch. These bullets are for you. Hello.
As in, you're gonna give me your bullets?
Die, bastard.
I mean, I could just take them. If I can find you, where the fuck are you?
Don't let him escape.
I mean, I'm not trying to escape. I'm trying to find you so I can shoot. Oh, I don't like how the body jumps every time I touch it.
Motherfucker.
Ugh. Where? Where am I?
Shoot the bastard! Hello!
Looks like I'm in your house now.
You are dead! Dead!
Alrighty.
To the right!
Oh, there was a quick save. There was a little save button. Oh, no, 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 you don't. Go Artyom. Fuckers with their grenades. I wish I would get off of this. Thank you. I don't know why I was like up there like that.
Freeze, or I'll kill you for fuck's sake.
I don't even see you, so.
Eat this. Shoot the bastard. We've got a real bang here.
How did he get from where?
Here's some lead, fucktard.
Didn't like that word.
Freeze, or I'll kill you for fuck's sake.
Were you up there? Is that where you are?
Shoot the bastard.
Oh, I see your leg.
Rubbish man. Here, bitch! These bullets are for you!
Did I kill that person?
You're dead, fuckface!
Who you calling a fuckface?
Die! Die, bastard! On the
Don't
ground,
quit dancing.
motherfucker!
Oh, he did. My bad. My bad. I thought he was still sitting up. Ooh, it's swinging. I hate it. Oh my god, please stop swinging in front of me. Ugh. Ooh, ooh.
Here, eat some lead, you son of Here, bitch! These bullets are for you!
Where are you?
We've got a придурок here! There you are! On the ground! Eat this!
Make sure there's no one around me. Oh, my eye's watering so bad. It burns. Woo. Can't do anything about it right now. Oh, there you are. You know what we're gonna do? I know, I know, I know. I know it's precious ammo. Here, I'll switch to this.
Here, bitch! These bullets are for you!
Yeah.
You're finished, Viker! Here, eat some lead, you son of a bitch!
Oh, I keep forgetting I can't aim down the sight of this. fuck, fuck, fuck. Go. Okay. Fine. That was ridiculous. But hey, at least I'm back here now. How are you shooting me through that? That's bullshit.
To the right! Flank him! Left! Don't worry, you won't stay there long.
Oh.
Here! I'll kill you!
Get off of whatever you're standing on. Oh, whoops. But I bet I can't shoot them through it. Guarantee I can't shoot them through it, but they can shoot me through it. Oh, did I get somebody? I can't fucking see.
Say goodnight, young friends!
Good night, girlfriend. Listen. Okay, okay. I'm gonna run. Is that like a place I can run and hide? Oh, what is this? Hold on. Ah! What did that do? What the fuck did that do? No, let's turn it back off. I don't know what that did. Couldn't tell you. I'm going over here. Did I loot everything? Ooh. Oh, I think that's just a hole in the floor. I thought I could, like, go down there and, like, maybe skip all this. I don't think I can.
Eat this!
Eat what? Ah, ew.
We've got visitors!
Okay.
Move, people!
Ah, fuck. Okay, I'm a little closer. Fuck you. Shoot, press R. Shoot, press R. Yep. Ooh.
Here, bitch! These bullets are for you!
I mean, I'll take your bullets. I don't know where they're shooting me from, but that was some bullshit. It's bullshit that you can shoot me through this shit, but I can't shoot you. The problem is that I don't have health right now. So I can't just, like, take some hits as I'm running. Oh, I'm out of that. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. There was no one there. How do I get around this? Or do I have to go this way? Oh, again, I did not mean to do that. Oh, there is a way I could have gone under. Are you fucking serious? Wait, did I kill everybody? Because I could have swore. Oh, put your fucking mask on. Put a mask on. Because you fucking need that. Pick it up and use it. Use it. Am I good then? I don't. No, no, get back down there. Stop it. Okay. I don't. No, get off the ladder, Artyom. Get. That is so silly that I had to walk all the way around to get that. Otherwise, he would not get off the ladder. Silly.
What did you bring with you, bastard? Answer, сука, or I will shot you up! What? Who is it? Who is it? Tonight! Hypocrite Bourbon who?
Artyom!
Who the fuck is...
Yeah! Shoot him! Oh! Bourbon! No! Not Bourbon!
You can keep your weapon down, young man.
Excuse me? I don't know, you just came out of the ceiling and I don't know you.
Sad, but not unexpected finale for the likes of him. My name is Khan.
Okay. Hi.
Well, I suggest that we leave this place immediately.
We?
The companions of these bandits will show up soon enough, and I'd prefer to avoid more bloodshed. I'm going back to Cursed. This station's humidity is making me rheumatic. If you'd rather share your friend's fate, then by all means, stay.
Okay, fine, I'll come with you.
A wise
What?
decision.
He was right there. Oh my god, Cursed Station,
Han's
yeah.
appearance caught me by surprise. Although while fighting the bandits, I did sense someone helping from the shadows. Han assured me that Bourbon's fate was not tied to my own, but I regretted his death.
Yeah, Uncle Bourbon. Okay. See, when they do this to me, I never know where I've come from. I don't remember. Where... Okay, so I do go this way. Am I following this guy? Or is that like a bandit? Like, I don't know.
Nobody ever walks here. Neither people nor beasts. Even the rats are absent.
So yeah, let's go ahead and go then. That sounds pleasant.
They know we are here.
Ooh.
Come closer to the tubes and listen. Just don't stay for too long.
I don't wanna. Oh, fuck all that. I'm good.
Some say it's the voice of the tunnels. Others consider it to be a form of psychic influence.
Whatever it is. I don't like it.
I know this tunnel, and it knows me. Let's go.
That's cryptic as fuck.
Be careful here. This is a dangerous tunnel. Please keep your light on, my friend, or else we might stay here forever.
Artyom? Stay with him.
Freeze, and look forward.
Oh.
I don't think the word who is applicable here.
What?
We need to go around it. Don't touch the silhouettes. Concentrate.
Oh. Oh.
Let's go.
Listen, you're. Oh.
Mom? Where are you?
Nope.
Mama!
Don't touch me. He said not to touch them. Alright, dude, listen. I don't think we should fucking dawdle in this place. Can you go?
Move aside, Artyom.
The fuck?
This tunnel has to relive
I
its
just
past
instinctively
over and
turned my
over
light
again.
off. I was like, I don't
And
know.
those who were unfortunate enough to walk here at such a moment usually join that past. Let's go. Freeze and look forward. A battle raged here long ago. The defenders still man their stations. Follow me, but remain at my back.
Okay. I'm at your back.
Castone lapio asterion manto. Castone lapio asterion manto. Alum ram. Om castone lapio asterion manto. Castone lapio asterion alum ram. Om castone lapio asterion manto.
It's like, you just gonna leave me behind?
I'd rather that remained a secret. This is personal, my friend.
Okay, I mean,
I
I don't
was
even
with
know
them
what you
when
said.
they died. Only I survived.
Oh shit. That's ominous.
It appears that the devastation we brought upon ourselves was complete. Heaven, hell, and purgatory were atomized as well. So when a soul leaves the body, it has nowhere to go and must remain here in the metro. A harsh but not undeserved atonement for our sins, wouldn't you agree?
I mean, yeah, humanity does kind of deserve it after, you know, what we put the earth through. Oh,
Ah, shit.
oh, what the fuck is that?
Concentrate.
I mean, I'm concentrating. As much as I can. What's happening? What are you doing? Hello? My dude, what are you doing? Oh, waiting on me, I guess.
Ah, shit.
Damn, this unfortunate is from Cursed. Clearly things are bad there. Let's go.
Ooh, you better hurry.
Han was an unusual man, but I suppose he was also a man of his time, moving between the dark and the light, searching for answers buried in the rubble.
Let's go.
I fucking hate it. Hate that.
You can feel it coming, I see. That's a rare talent. You should use it. Don't move now.
Alright, I'm not moving. You could tell me when I can move again. That'd be nice.
Don't move.
Okay. Oh shit. See, that's what I thought the lights in Metro 3 were gonna do to me in that last area. I thought they were gonna be like that and they were gonna like...
We call that an anomaly. A new phenomenon
Yeah.
in a new world. Wicked phenomenon, yes. But, you know, it's not any more evil than, say, fire. It all depends on your point of view. Try to get a better understanding of things before you make your judgment. Let's move out now. It's not safe
You're
here.
telling me not to judge the anomalies? I don't think I'm gonna hurt their feelings. I'm with you.
Get ready. come again.
I'm gonna wait till they get closer. Oh, whoops. Hit the wrong button. Oh my god. I thought it jumped at us. It did. I mean, I'm gonna let him use his ammo. I mean, he's got it. I'll help a little. How much longer we gotta fight?
Stay put.
Oh.
There's no need to interfere.
Whoa. I ain't fucking moving.
So that's how it goes. A live demonstration.
Okay. Go.
Get on to the rail car. The tunnel should be all safe ahead. We'll get there easily.
Yeah, you say that. The last time I was in one of these, I remember what happened. It wasn't good.
Artyom, you have a noble mission. Do you really suppose that Polis will help you? Or is there simply nothing else left to believe?
What you mean?
You don't have to answer.
I keep trying to zoom in. I can't zoom in with this. I don't know why I'm trying to zoom in. Run it over! Run it
We'll
over!
arrive at the cursed station soon. The monster's attacks have been unrelenting. Most people have abandoned the station. The unfortunate few who remain have nowhere else to go.
Damn. So why are
Han
we
led
coming
me
here?
into Curse Station. The name was no accident. Its people were locked in an endless war for survival.
So yeah, let's just fucking go there. Sorry, my eyes are watering again. Like a lot. Okay.
The station is under attack again. Let's go, lad. The defenders could use some help.
Oh.
Khan, over here!
Another attack?
Yes, they broke through the outer defenses. All the survivors are here. I doubt we will live to see another day.
Where do the monsters come from?
As always, from the left tunnel and from the crossing.
Didn't you blow up the tunnel as I told you?
We sent a demolition squad there, but they never came back. And there is no one else we could send.
You are eager to avert your station's doom, Artyom, are you not? And here the doom has already arrived. We must help.
Okay.
Find the remains of the demo squad. They had a bomb. Move it into the left tunnel as far as you can, then run for it.
Oh my
The explosion
god.
will be massive.
Are you
As for
fucking
the crossing,
serious?
it's already been buried once, but looks
That's
like the
what I gotta
Masarzes have
do?
dug through the cave-in. There was an airlock close by. It must have been left open. Try locking or collapsing it. I'll stay here with the survivors. Try luring the monsters towards us if there are too many.
Oh. Can I get on the big gun? Why not? Get me on the big gun. They I ain't doing shit right now. Oh, ooh, here's all this stuff to grab. I will take all of this that I can take. Am I supposed to just go while they're shooting? What's this? I saw a hand. Ooh, I can get on the big gun. Hell yeah, let's play with this for a minute. Come on, fuckers. Pray and pray, 'cause I can't see shit. Oh, it's getting hot. I just gotta get off it. Hell yeah. Alright, I'm gonna try this. If I die, I might switch to another game for a little bit. Yeah. Fuck. Is this where I'm supposed to go? I don't know that it is. I don't know that it's not. Reload. Reload! Why didn't it do that? Oh. I mean... And then I shut it off. Am I supposed to go down in that? Hold on. Let's figure this out. Fuck you. Fuck you, butthole. Yep, that's the way I'm supposed to go. I don't like it. I gotta be down there? No. Okay. I was about to say. It hit real bad down there. Wait, where am I? Oh, fuck. Ooh! Fuck this. Get this gun out. I know I need to conserve this ammo, but... Wait, how did I... How did I get turned around? Hey, fuck you. Don't touch me. So, where do I go over here? This is not where I just came from. I'm so fucking confused. What is happening? It wants me to be, like, right here. But... Oh, wait, that was from earlier. Oh, and now... Oh, fuck. How did that... Ooh, that ammo. No! I'm gonna fucking die. God damn it. I don't know where to go! Yeah, see, it keeps wanting me to go that way. And that's where all the baddies are coming from. Ooh! Okay, Artyom. Oh, I was standing in the fire! Oh my god. Oh, you right, you right. Oops. Why did you turn off? I really don't know where to go. Like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. They want me to come in here and just stay here, basically. It's like, okay, so it wants me to go this way, and then... Oh my god. Do you see why I'm confused? Oh my god. What? Oh. I'm gonna die. I don't know how to get past this. Oh my god. Why is... Ooh, ooh. That's like, what is that? Why was it moving around? They said the left tunnel, right? Because, like, I know everything's coming from there, but they definitely... Oh, whoops. They definitely said the left tunnel. Oh, what was that? I probably stepped on something. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. I am gonna switch gears. We're gonna switch to another game for a little while. Like a chill game. Yeah, insta kills. Oh. Yeah. That's what I'm gonna do for next time. Uh, so Thursday, I don't know what we're doing on Thursday because I'm letting Little Philaxis choose what we do. Because they want to stream with me, so we're gonna do that. But yeah, yeah. Okay, I'll be right back. I have a reputation to uphold. Oh, that's a fucking bear! Holy shit! Oh my god, I'm running. I'm fucking running. Holy shit, what's on fire? What is happening? The negative Ghost Rider. There's bears, there's fires, like, what the fuck? I could use some bear skin, though. Ooh! Oh my god, what is happening? Is that Ralph? I hope somebody gets that reference. Oh, look at him go. Look at him fucking go. Oh, he's going! How far is he gonna go? Also, where's that bear? Oh, 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 is that it? Y'all see a bear around here? Oh, yeah, get lit, you dumb bitch. His friend was like, oh, fuck that. Oh, maybe not. Oh! Oh, those are bad guys. Oh, fuck! Is there more? Oh my god. Get out, get out, get out, get out. Get out, Jason. Get out. You stupid bitch. God damn it, Jason. You dumb fuck. I think she's dead.
Is she?
Oh. Sorry. Oh fuck, they're still babies. Oh fuck.
Oh no.
I just panicked. It turned the light on and off.
Reloading.
Oh no! I cannot believe that just happened. Are you shitting me? Welcome back. Did I just welcome myself back? That was stupid. Alright, whatever. Okay. Oh? Why? Why did that happen? Why? I hate when that happens. I hate when that happens in a game. It freaks me the fuck out. So much. I hate it. Oh my god. You nearly did a spit take.
Oh shit.
Oh my god, I jumped so hard. My mouse just went flying. God damn it. You scared the fuck out of me. Fuck you for scaring me, butthole. Is there a person back there? Ah! Oh god.
You really mustn't creep up on people like that.
Shit. God damn it. I'm so mad.
Well, I might ask you the same
Motherfucker.
thing. You're
Be careful.
Okay, I'm back. I'm back. I just wanted to go here first just to make sure everything was going okay. I don't know how long I'm gonna keep going for. My head does hurt, but I took something for it, so we'll see how long that lasts. Um, Oh, you know what? I gotta change stuff. Not quite ready yet. Oh my god. Sorry, I'm having to change my category. There we go. Now it's updated. Okay, so this mod pack is interesting. There's that. But also, ooh, those look cool over there. We're gonna build in this flat-ish kind of area. Look at this little pig. It's a teacup pig. Oh my god, it's so cute. Oh my fucking god, it's adorable. I want it. There's so many. Oh, they're so cute. Okay, so I need some things. We're gonna... So there are different styles that we can choose from to build a colony out of. I guess it's a colony, settlement, village, town, whatever you want to call it. The mod pack is called Mine Colonies. This is the official one. Ooh, a cookie cow. Hi. Nice. Okay. I don't remember how to make... You not gonna tell me how to make that? Okay. How do I get out of this? I don't know. There we go. How do I make that? Oh, okay. Does it have to be stone? Yeah, I guess so. Okay. Let's get some stone. It's gonna be a little slow going. Just because, it's gonna take me a while. I have played this to where I don't know if you want to call it cheated, but I was playing on creative and just spawned all the buildings in at max level. Which, you know, is whatever. Let's make a quick crafting table. Okay. Oh, that's mustard. That's not a stick. Here's the sticks. Whoops. That's what we need. And how do I make... I have to look up these recipes because I don't fucking remember. Oh, that's right. 6 chests. Okay, so I have a theme in mind for this, but I want to know what y'all think. So We've got the Warped, the Lost Mesa City, Cavern, Medieval Oak, Nordic Spruce, Urban Birch. We've got a lot. Um, the one I was thinking, though, was Space Wars. Even though this isn't a very sandy area, and this looks like a very sandy build. Um, damn. I mean, there's some sand over there, but not a lot. So maybe I shouldn't do that one. I could do the Shire. Um, I think I'm gonna do this the hard way, which is like the slow way. So I'm gonna be playing in survival. Um, survival peaceful though, because I'm just trying to build. This is just about building. So I'm gonna leave it up to y'all. Would y'all rather do Space Wars or the Shire? I can tell you the Shire is very fucking cool. I mean, so is... Where is it? Caledonia, too. I've seen that one. I've also seen a little bit of... Where'd it go? Where did it go? Oh, there's also Steampunk, and there's High Magic that I'm interested in. We're not doing Aquatica or Underwater Base. Those are off limits. Absolutely off limits. That's a me choice. Well, I technically already have a Shire. Oh, it uses a lot of resources. Okay, let's not do that one. So let's do... We're around a lot of oak trees and stuff, right? Hold on. Oh, it's dark. Yeah, there's a lot of oak around here. What kind of trees are over here? I'm so used to being able to just fly around. Taking the Shoelace Express sucks. What's this? Ooh. I do like these trees. Is this the savannah? I don't know. See, in order to... Ooh, when is that Minecraft update coming out? There's an update coming out that has, like, a really cool feature, like... That's just really, really awesome. I mean, I could do the Star Wars... Well, sorry, Space Wars pack over here, but this isn't a lot of desert, and these towns can get very big. Very, very big. Oh. I hope that crab's okay. Okay. The crab's good. It's so cute. Okay, okay, okay. Let's just build it right here. No, let's not. I remember what happened last time. Okay. Did I pass it already? Okay, we're gonna go with medieval oak because we're in an oak field. So, yeah, that's fine. What do you mean? What do you mean not all the blocks meet the requirements? What does that mean? Oh my god, whatever. I hate when it does that. Now these blocks are going to be here for a little bit. Ugh, it sucks. But hey, I've got a bed now. And I can sleep through the night. Not that I need to, but... Okay. Where's my crafting stuff and all that? Is that up in there? How do I get up in there? Oh, back here. Okay, there's food. Ooh, we're gonna need those. Ooh, yes. Okay, water. More oak. And stone. Oh, the red went away. Good, because that was aggravating me. Let's put all this stuff away. No, we're keeping the fish in case we find a cat. Okay. Oh, whoops. Oh, there's a crafting table in here. Okay. What? What am I looking for? Oh. Planks and 2 of those. Okay, we can do that. You know, I really should have some music going. But I'm worried that some of it definitely will get copyrighted. We're about to get our first citizens. Why didn't it use up the one build tool? I don't need 2 of them. Okay, now where do I want to put this? Kinda in the middle, so more over here. Yep. Town hall. Let's see what this looks like. Yeah, I think this is fine for a town hall. Oh, right. Oh. Oh, yeah. I remember now. I'm gonna call it what I call everything. Actually, let's do this. We'll call it that. Okay, yep, I need... How do I build the builders? A door, that's right, a door. Oh, I can't mix them. Boo. We're gonna make 3 of those. Or 2. 2 is fine. Okay, so let's put one out here. Where is it? What? No? Why did it do that? Why does it do that sometimes? Did it use my... No. Okay. Fucking weird. Okay, which way is the front? Is that the front? Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Looks good to me. Yes, I know. Canaan. Alrighty. Now we've got something going. Oh, no we don't. Because they're gonna need some things. Let's go ahead and give them oak. You know what, just do that. They might need some of these. He's having a good time. Right, what does he need? Oh, I have a torch. I have some cobblestone. Coarse dirt? I don't know where the fuck to get coarse dirt from. Legend? Your name is Legend? What's your name? Know me? Okay. Okay, where am I getting coarse dirt from? Oh, you know what? Maybe in the savannah? Coarse dirt. Just what I need. I do not know how much of this I need. Let's go find out. Oh, I only needed 3. I need more cobblestone. And we need slabs and stairs. Okay. am I getting all that from? Isn't there like stuff? Oh, here we go, I think. Ooh. This works. This will do nicely. Also, don't remember how much I needed this either. Oops. Which, I mean, he's gonna need more of it anyway, so... Can I get garlic? Okay, that should be enough, right? Hopefully. Oh, they ain't got nowhere to sleep tonight. That sucks. Oh, I went to the wrong place. Just gonna huddle around the town center. Alright, so we need 2 slabs and 6 stairs. Go. Okay, well. That's not gonna be enough for stairs. Almost. If I didn't have to make so many damn slabs. I mean, I guess that's a good thing, though. It's dark as shit. See, the way I was playing on one of my worlds with this mod pack was that I was having the builders build everything. I guess I didn't need 20 of those, but whatever. I was having the builders build everything, but I was creatively giving them all the supplies they needed. And in this one, I'm taking it much slower and actually getting the supplies they need. Framed. Okay. Did you not? Nope, that's not what I meant to pick up. Okay, let's get some dirt. Shouldn't he have been getting dirt when he was doing all this? I think before I log out, if I remember, I might show you all the Shire and my husband's build, because his build is amazing and looks so very, very cool. The Shire's not bad, but still need more dart. Oak fence, oak slab, oak stairs. Okay, I remembered how to do it. I don't remember how many stairs they needed. What? No. I need 76 oak stairs? God damn. At least the trees are easier to cut down. 1 second. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. Sorry. Oh, I accidentally closed the thing I needed. Okay. The sun's up, builders. Start building. Thank you. Oh, you got a quest for me.
'Tis a fine day.
I know how to do this, so I'm not gonna do the quests. Maybe I should have, but I already know how to do all that, so. Ooh, bananas. I don't know if y'all heard all that. The little one is feeding the pupper dog. Sometimes that door is kind of loud. Alright, what the fuck do you need now? Oh god, I almost fell into that hole. Oak stairs, that's right. That's why I was getting wood. I knew I was doing it for a reason. I just couldn't remember what. Oh my god. I had a villager named fucking, Lettuce in one of my games. They have some interesting names in here. What am I doing? Why? I don't know. Is that enough stairs? It fucking better be. Okay, good. 11 framed oak planks. Framed oak planks. Are you serious? Oh, wait, do I have one of those? God damn it. I had a town hall and a builder tool right here this whole time. Motherfucker. Does this not come with a fucking... It really doesn't. I didn't get shit in this one. Sometimes these supply things are really cool and really, like, have a lot of shit in them. This one does not. Okay. Hell yeah. Alright. Can I help you? What? Oh, what do you need? You need a shovel, don't you?
Without this, I
Yep.
I can't work.
Yeah, I know. I know. I'll make you a shovel. I'll make you 2 shovels. So you can stop hounding me.
Where's the courier?
We don't have a courier yet. What am I giving you? Shovels. There you go. Keep building. Build. Don't make me do it. Build. Build. Thank you. Sometimes they get stuck. There is technically a reset button, but it's quicker to just slap them a little. It's not nice. It's not nice, but it is effective. But only in this game. I still don't know how to make those damn things. I don't have the fancy thing. Oh yeah, I wanted to teach recipes. Now what do you need?
What's it today, then?
How do I make space? I don't know how to do that. Oh, I see. Onion. Oh, he might need that torch. Let's put that back. There you go. Go put some of this shit away. I'm so mad I had the builder's wand and everything in here. Are you in my cart? What are you doing in here? Hello? Okay. Okay. Ah! Oh my god! It's Minecraft! You scared me. I need some stone. Because I need this guy to not ask me for stone again. Or for tools. Oh, I went the complete wrong direction. Let's see. How am I supposed to teach him how to make a goddamn... What?
Yes.
Oh, he's not happy. So...
There is not enough room for my family to live here.
Okay, well, the what? I can only teach him how to make torches, and that was it. Are you serious? What the fuck? It is night. Do you not see? Oh, I guess there's still a little bit of sunlight. That's real pretty, though. That's, like, really pretty. I know it's, like, a video game, but I still appreciate a good sunset when I see one. Trying to make sure it's nighttime before I go lay down. Okay, the moon is out. How is it not night? How? How? There we go. I guess I need to look at how to make the what? Architect's cutter. I need an iron ingot for that? Are you fucking kidding me? And wood or logs. Okay. It's a little much, but okay. Now I have to go find fucking iron. I haven't even seen iron. Oh my god, let me not fall down there. I can do copper. Can it be copper? I suppose it has to be iron. Figures. Don't fall in that hole. Shit. Ooh. Minecraft is a very good game to, like, especially doing shit like this that's tedious. It's very good to put on something in the background and just do this shit. It's very relaxing. To me, anyway. I'm gonna need a lot of fucking cobblestone. Or just stone in general. I need a fucking furnace. Oh, get out of the fucking fire. Even in Minecraft, I'm stepping in the fucking fire. God damn it. There we go. What did I need this for? Oh yeah, to make the iron. But I don't have what I need. Let's go check and see how the builder's doing. Oh, he's got some stuff down. He's getting there. Oh, what do you need now?
Need something?
Do you have to have that? Try to cancel that request.
The roof is so precarious, it rains on my head.
That's because there is no roof. My dude.
Great to see you.
I can't make that yet. Just do the rest of it. Alright. I just need some iron. Just a little bit. Okay. Let's see. He's gonna be stuck. So I think I'm probably gonna call it here. I'm starting to have some pain, and I need to go do something about that. But I will be back Thursday, and we will be doing something special. I will let you know Thursday, because I don't know yet. But it'll be fun. And then next week we'll get back into Metro. But thanks for being here. I really appreciate it. I had a good time today, and I hope everyone's doing well, and I will see y'all later. Bye.